Good. Fantastic. All right. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, depending on where you're joining from. How are you all doing today? How is everyone doing today? We're still expecting more people to join the session, but we're going to start the session regardless. Okay. So, how are you all doing today? Let me ask you that. So, it's just one word. How's your week been? Today's Thursday, so closer to Friday. All right, TGI, thank God it's Friday. All right. So, how has your week been so far? Okay, in just one word, very simple: stressful, boring, exciting, busy. In just one word, how has your week been? So we have someone saying awesome. I know I saying awesome. Kimball is saying great, fantastic. So people have been having great and awesome week. I think I want to be a part of your week, yeah. Okay. And today's session is going to add to that excitement. I can guarantee you that, yeah. Today's session is going to add to that excitement. So use the chat, guys. Let's use the chat. Let's interact with one another. Let's get to meet and let's get to talk about today's session. Okay. So how has your week been? Just one word, one simple word. How has your week been? So just one word. Stressful, busy, excited. What word would you classify your week? Now, today's session is going to be very interesting. Busy. Okay, fantastic. Cecily has been busy this week, which is, I think it's good to be busy, no doubt about that. All right. Now let's jump straight into what we are here for today. So today we're going to be looking at business analysis, okay? And I'll tell you for free that, this is one career path that a lot of people are missing out on. Like, this is one exciting career path that a lot of people are missing out on. And you see a lot of people try to, ask questions. How can I navigate into the tech market? How can I get into the tech space? How can I leverage my previous experience in getting the role I want to get myself into? So take, for example, business analysis is one key skill that everybody does already. Like, you actually are a business analyst. It's just that you really don't know that you're doing these things already. All right. And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today: launching your business analysis career. And the focus for today's session is you leverage your past experience, in getting yourself into the business analysis ecosystem, working as a business analyst, and that's exactly what we're going to be exploring in today's session. Now, for the people that are joining us for the first time, I would like to know you. So if you're just joining us for the first time, so put a one in the chat. Let me see the people that are joining us for the first time. Okay. So if you're joining us for the first time, we have a sweet and delicious package for you. So you want to, let us know if you're joining us for the first time. So if you're joining for the first time, just in the chat, put a one in the chat if this is your first time joining today's session, joining any session from Tenalytics. All right. All right, keep them coming. Okay, keep them coming. Okay, we have one person. We have a Kichi. Okay, yeah, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. All right, it's good to have you guys here on board. And I want to tell you this, yeah. You are the reasons why honestly, everybody on the call, you're like everyone on the call currently, you guys are the real VIPs in the sense that you've taken out time out of your busy schedule. West African time, this is 8 p.m. So you've had a long day and you are still able to attend today's session. You guys are the real MVP. Okay. All right. So, just to portrait for the guys, for the sake of people joining the session for the first time, we're going to be talking about analytics just to introduce you to the platform. Now, Tenalytics is an educational technology firm, and we have just one purpose, one goal. All right, we have just one goal, one purpose, and that purpose is to get more Africans into the tech space. Literally, it's as simple as that. All right. The key question we ask ourselves is, how do we have so much opportunities within the tech space? All right. And you barely see Africans taking that opportunity intentionally. All right. So, like looking at my own personal experience, having worked across different institutions, in Ireland, in the UK, in Canada, in the US, you're moving from one opportunity to the other, but you barely find an African in those opportunities. And that was a positive question for us to say that, okay, how do we now get more Africans excited about this opportunity? How do we get more Africans excited about the opportunity? How do we even help them get into the tech space? And that's literally what gave birth to Tenalytics. So we have been in operation for the past almost 4 years now. All right. Over 4 years now, and we've helped over 2,000 people within that short period of time. We've helped over 2,000 people transition into the tech space. Now, a lot of people will like, oh, 2,000 is a lot of people within 4 years. 2,000. Does these guys have evidence? Okay, we do have evidence. We have enough evidence, and we're going to share some evidence with you to show you that it's actually not as difficult as you think it is. All right, if you follow the analytics, anyways. All right. So if you follow us, we'll show you the way, and that's exactly what we're going to be discussing in today's session. How have these people, how have other Nigerians, other Africans transitioned into their desired career paths, in the shortest duration of time? That's what we'll be talking about today. So who is Ifemena Ipro? I am a data professional, okay? So I've worked across different data roles. So I've worked as a data analyst, I've worked as a data scientist, data engineer, business systems analyst. I've also worked in other domains like power platform engineering and so on and so forth. All right, so that's been my experience. But one key thing I usually like to talk about is the fact that I'm coming from a non-technical background. So my first degree was in economics. So I did economics for undergraduates, okay? And my first job ever was in management consulting. So nothing related to tech, okay? A lot of people will see, my experience now, and they'll be like, oh, this guy must have some level of computer science degree or whatsoever. Well, I don't have any of those backgrounds. So everything I have today was self-taught, was based off experience. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. How can you get started if you're not coming from a computer science degree? What kind of career path would you be able to latch into and get the best out of? All right. Those are the things that we're going to be exploring today's session. Okay. So, my experience spans quite a number of things. But like I said, I'm coming from a non-technical background. Okay. And I've been doing this for the last almost a decade now. Okay. And in the house today, we also have our key facilitator for today's session, also a very experienced professional, okay, worked across, the financial industry back in Nigeria, okay? And I'll call on Tesla. Tesla, do you want to introduce yourself, talk a little bit about yourself, let the people get to see you, and hear from you also.
Okay, hi everyone. So, hi Femina. So as Femina said, my name is Teso Adorowa. I am a business analyst. I quite experienced working on projects within the financial services space. And if you understand finance, you know that we service every other industry because finance is the bedrock for doing business anywhere. So yeah, I've worked across several projects in every industry that you can imagine as a business analyst. I started off as a digital payments and remittance team member. I did IT research and development. I did information technology business analyst. And currently, I work as a business process analyst with Wema Bank. So all of this experience is what I'm bringing to not just the session today, but is what we, try to pass on to the students in class with, in line with our vision, like Femina said, to, bring a lot of people into tech by breaching the barrier. Myself, I started as an accountant. I did accounting as my first degree, right? Working in a branch where I do debit and credit every day, but I was able to transition into tech. I'll be sharing part of that experience with us in the masterclass today. So let me just stop here for now. I'll let Femina go ahead, then we can proceed.
All right, fantastic. You see, guys, you are with the right set of professionals, okay? In the sense that you want to speak to people that have also been in your situation before. All right. So you're looking to transition. You're currently a banker. You're currently working in the care space. You're currently working in healthcare. You're currently working in whatever domain you're working in at the moment. And you're looking at how you can transition. And you've been asking questions, how can I transition? All right. What career paths can I take a look at? And let's say you're interested in business analysis. Okay. Okay. How can I get started in business analysis? Those are the things that we're going to be talking about today. So, having majority of the people you find in the tech space today, are coming from non-technical background. Okay. So there's no need for you to go and start, chasing the certification, a higher degree, or whatever the case might be. We'll explore all that today. And we'll see opportunities. You will hear from people that have gone through this training program, that have gone on to get their own jobs. We'll talk to them today. All right. You will listen to them and you get to see to make your own decision yourself. Then person is going to come in to also do a practical, hands-on or more discussion friendly session for you to understand what you need to do in order for you to move on in your career as a business analyst. So we're going to do 4 things today. Okay, the session is likely going to be just about 2 hours, ridiculously just 2 hours. All right. So number one thing that we're going to do in today's session is getting started as a business analyst. Getting started as a business analyst. And how do you leverage your past experience? So if you've always been a banker, okay, if you've always been a consultant, for example, or you've always worked in another domain entirely, or you've been an accountant just like Tessa was, all right, or you were in another domain entirely, okay, customer service, IT support, and you're looking at how you can transition, and leverage the skills you had in your previous role in this new role you're getting yourself into. Which is business analysis. How can you leverage your past experience? That's exactly what we're going to be exploring in today's session. So that's the first thing we're going to look at. Number two is for adults, yeah, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. The reason why you want to learn a new skill is to get a job, all right, to get a better pay, all right, to get a higher pay, whatever the case might be. All right. So number two is the pathway to becoming a business analyst and securing a job. You don't want to just learn business analysis for the fun of it. If you want to learn for the fun of it, that's great. All right. But majority of the people that are trying to upskill themselves are trying to get a better job. So how do you learn business analysis and how do you secure a job? Those are the key things that we're going to be exploring in today's session. Okay. Number three is the growth internship program. Now, let me tell you this also. Majority of the people that have gone on to get in their jobs have given kudos, all right, to the internship program that we provide. So you want to listen to how the internship program is going to benefit you and how it's going to get you started in your desired career path as a business analyst. And number four is we have a special offer for you. Literally, if you wait to the end of the session, we have a special offer dedicated just for you. All right. So these are the 4 things you're going to look at. Getting started as a business analyst and leveraging your past experience. Okay. Now, the next thing is the pathway to becoming a business analyst and securing a job. Number 3 is the growth internship program. And number 4 is a special offer that we have designed specifically for you. All right. Now, moving on to the next thing. Okay. One key thing I'd like to also share with people that are looking to getting started is success stories. And the key thing you need to also know is it always seems impossible until it is done. All right. So because you're looking to transition into the tech space and you don't have practical experience, you've never worked before, all right, you feel it is impossible for you to do it. But don't worry. And this is part of the reasons why we have so much testimonials to also sort of help people make that decision that if these people could do it, you can actually do it. And this is, sharing some of the success stories that we have with you. So we have Benga and we have Abigail. Okay, these are 2 out of so many other success stories that we have. So Benga, first off, being unemployed for the last 2 years, based in Poland, and if you know anybody outside the country, okay, you being unemployed for 2 years is not interesting. Okay, it's not an interesting time to be. But he was unemployed for about 2 years. That's Benga is referencing, with this particular testimonial. All right. And after going through the training program, he was able to land multiple offers. Multiple offers. You will listen to me in a few seconds. All right. And we have Abigail, okay, also based in Canada. So Benga is based in Poland, Abigail is based in Canada, and she was able to secure a business analyst role, having been working as a care worker. Now you'll notice a trend with these testimonials, okay? Benga had unemployed for 2 years, okay? Also, Abigail, coming from care work, and she's looking to transition into the tech space. And business analysis was that key skill she wanted to learn, key career path she wanted to get into. And she was able to achieve that. She currently works with the government of Canada, government of Alberta, okay? And she's currently doing that, currently working as a business analyst. You'll hear from Abigail also. All right. Well, let's take a look at Megan. Let's listen to what Megan has to say. Because like I mentioned here, it always seems
Why get
impossible.
a Google Career Certificate?
I went online. I also looked at multiple programs. I saw that the Google program was flexible.
Having a program like that where you're in control, like.
Okay.
My name is Alan.
My name is Olaguju Benga. I want to share the testimony of how I was able to secure a very good job by the help of Tenalytics. I was searching for a job for almost 2 years. I came across Tenalytics on Instagram. I sent a DM and they were helpful. I enrolled in the data analytics course and it was awesome. I learned a lot about Excel, data analytics, Tableau, how to organize data and also to draw insights from data, how to build a dashboard and also to write a report, conclusions of data. So I must say Tenalytics is the right place to learn how to be a data scientist, how to be a data analyst, how to be an HR analyst and so on like that.
Oh, sorry, I'm just getting the
Hello
feedback.
everyone.
You guys cannot hear. Please just give me a feedback if you can hear the audio. Did you guys hear Benga speak just now? So if you heard Benga, if you
Yes.
heard the audio, you did? Okay, somebody just sent me a message and they couldn't hear the feedback.
My name is
Sorry.
Ola. Preparation questions on how to approach these interviews and also to pass them. I was able to secure and even get about 4 offers after all my interview sessions. So I must say that Tenalytics have been really been a great help to me, and I was able to secure a job of my dreams, literally. Thank you. Refer people, tell your friends about them, enroll today, and the sky is your limit. Thank you so much.
All right, so that is Benga and is based in Poland, won abroad for about 2 years. And after completing the training program, was able to get 4 offers from someone that was unemployed for 2 years, being able to get 4 offers in Poland. Okay, now when we say we are helping Africans across the world, it means that we're literally anywhere you are. If you're in Norway, we have people that have got a job in Germany, Norway, France, Canada, US, UK, and literally across the world. And you'll get to hear from them. All right. We have a bunch of testimonials that we can use to that we have gathered over time that will help people transition into their desired career paths. Wenga currently works as a business data analyst, all right, with one of the top financial institutions in Poland. Also, Abigail currently works, as a business analyst in Canada. So these are the things that you would get to see when you're looking at starting your career in business analysis. The key thing, let me just tell you this is a very free advice. For people that are looking to getting started, you need a good mentor. You need somebody that would hold your hands and guide you on what to do. Okay, people that have a wealth of experience, and that's exactly what we bring to bear. Okay, and in today's session, we're going to be talking about how you can launch your business analysis career, leveraging your past experience. Your past experience is not useless, okay? It's not useless. So even if you're working as a customer service representative, okay, somebody said earlier, how can they leverage your past experience coming from travel agency company? Perfect. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that today. And I want you guys to please interact. If the question is thrown at you, please, throw questions, ask questions, answer questions. That's the best way you can learn from the training session today. Okay. So we're only going to be here for about 2 hours, ridiculously 2 hours. Okay. So less than 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours maximum. So you want to maximize the time by asking the right questions because you want to become a business analyst. How do you become a business analyst? That's the question you need to start asking. Okay. And that's the reason why we're having this session, to educate, to enlighten, and also to get you motivated that if people have gone through the same curriculum and they're able to achieve their dreams, you can also do the same thing. So I'm going to be bringing in Tesla. Tesla is going to be leading the session today. All right. And it's going to be talking about how you can launch your business analysis experience and how you can leverage your past experience in doing that. Okay, so Tasso, I'm going to fire away. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you can go ahead to, go ahead with the session. All right, thank you very much for that. So I hope you guys, if you're excited to join the session today, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you're excited to be in the session today, drop a 1 in the chat. Don't forget, we need your excitement also. We need your excitement. So if you're excited to be in today's session, please drop a 1 in the chat. Let's go. All right, fantastic. Let's go. Let's get it started. All right, so Tasso, I'm going to hand over to you and then, picking up from there.
Okay, thank you very much, Efemina. And hello, everyone, once again. I know some persons just joined. Hello to the persons who just joined. And please keep dropping the ones in the chat so we know that you're excited to be here. While we're doing that, before we can leverage our past experiences to launch our careers in business analysis, let's even understand what business analysis is. So if you have an idea, if you can tell us what you understand business analysis to be, can you please maybe drop a one sentence in the chat so we can discuss, we can talk about that. If you know what business analysis is and you're confident enough to tell us, can you please drop it in the chat? One sentence, just keep it short. The best way you can describe business analysis in your own words. Okay, I'm waiting. I can see some people typing already. All right, so let's so that we can go from the known to the unknown, right? Let's say we know what business analysis is, but we okay, fantastic. Somebody says, Adeolu says, is the intermediary between business owner and developer, referring to the business analyst. That's perfect, right? That's perfect. So you just described who a business analyst is. So business analysis. So what does this guy do? He's the intermediary. What does he do? Somebody else wants to tell us something before we proceed? Okay, let's move ahead. So we're going to define business analysis. Okay, BA is about enabling change in a business environment. Fantastic, Ekemini. I like that definition, right? So the International Institute of Business Analysis describes business analysis, first of all, to be the set of tasks and techniques. So when we talk about set of tasks and techniques, it means that we have defined ways, we defined activities that we carry on, and when we have also defined techniques that are used to carry out business analysis. Now, you may have been doing business analysis, like Femina said in the beginning. It said that all of us would have been doing business analysis without even knowing it, right? You could say, okay, maybe I'm not using those techniques or set of tasks that business analysts use and all of that. But we're going to break that down in this session. So it's a set of tasks and techniques that are used to work as a liaison. Can't remember, is it intermediary that person used? Was it Kevin that I used that? Called it intermediary, yes. So Adeolu said intermediary. So IIB is saying a liaison among stakeholders. So a go-between among stakeholders. And the purpose of using this set of tasks and techniques is to understand the structure, the policies, and operations of an organization, and then to recommend solutions that the organization, that enable the organization to achieve its goals, which comes to what Ekemini said about enabling change, right? Business analysts enable change, but the business analysis itself is that activity, you know, of acting as that go-between, as that intermediary between stakeholders. It could be developers, it could be developers in terms of tech, it could be developers in terms of maybe real estate or something. Whatever this group of stakeholders are, if you're a go-between, an intermediary between these people, communicating back and forth between all of the stakeholders that are involved, this is what business analysis is. And majorly the goal is to find a solution or to help the organization achieve its goals. All right, so who then is a business analyst? You would ask. Simply, a business analyst is the person who performs these activities. And lately, we have seen a lot of job titles for roles that perform business analysis. We've seen people being called business process analysts like myself, business analyst. You see requirements engineer, process analyst, process engineer, you know, process architect. All of these words these are just a few referring to the job of business analysis, you know, working as a liaison among stakeholders in order to understand the structure, policies, and then the operations of an organization with the sole aim of recommending a solution that will enable their organization achieve its goals. I know that as I'm talking right now, some people are looking back to say, oh, okay, it looks like I do something that looks like business analyst. Although maybe those techniques, I may not know those techniques and those stats, but I sure work as an intermediary between, you know, stakeholders to help bring about a solution and help the organization achieve its goals. Like a personal example, when I worked in IT research and development, okay, before then, I worked as a business analyst briefly in payments and remittance squad where I was, because the business analyst resigned and my boss made me do it. So, and I'm grateful to him till date, right, that he made me start doing that. We'll talk about that aspect later, where we talk about job shadowing and on the job experience and all of that. But when I did business analysis for a while, there was an opening for IT research. So the IT research program was for a 9-month period, right? The bank was looking to look for solutions outside of the bank, outside of the country, just anywhere there are tech solutions that we can get to solve the problems that we had at the time. We're just fresh into our digital transformation journey, and the bank was looking at how do we stay ahead at that time. So they started that project. And, I got recommendations from a few persons within the organization to say, okay, this guy has been doing business analysis in payments and remittance, and is quite good with payment products, right? So let's put him on this team, to help us do this research. So what happened was, what I was doing was still business analysis. Were we building tech solutions? No, but we were recommending solutions to the organization to solve problems. Chief among one of the solutions I recommended was the mPOS for contactless payment. So Nedbank in South Africa, that was 2020 when Corona hit. Nedbank in South Africa came up with a product, in collaboration with MasterCard, that would help you pay for whatever you have bought, even without having to touch any device. So what you do is to take your card close to the device that you have. Usually their mobile phone, they would have installed an application on that has near field communication, right? So you just take your card close to the phone, and then you can make your payment. So it was one of the things I researched. I had sleepless nights of communicating with the people in Nedbank, and even having sessions with them to see how they were able to build it, talking to their tech team and all of that, gathered the information, had a presentation, had a whole documentation about how the product will work in Nigeria, looking at the regulations that we have around contactless payments and all of those things. That was me doing business analysis, right? Although I didn't carry the title, the job title of a business analyst, my job title was IT research and development executive at the time. So, but it was business analysis. You may find yourself in any of these roles that, you find yourself as a go-between, as an intermediary among stakeholders, proposing solutions, recommending solutions to the organization on which of the actions to take to meet the organization goals, right? So this is basically you performing business analysis. You might be a customer service rep, right? Customer service rep, you find yourself in the midst of stakeholders, internal stakeholders and external stakeholders, the internal being the teams that you work with, and external being the customers that you have to satisfy by, liaising with the teams in-house to solve the customer's problem or provide answers to customers' inquiries. What you are basically doing in that sense is business analysis, regardless of the fact that you may not be using the standard tasks and techniques that the business analysts use to perform their job, right? Then we'll go ahead to look at the profiles of a business analyst. But before then, let's look at business analysts as a change agent. So Ekemini told us that in her definition that the business analyst is a change agent, which is very spot on. The business analyst would help the organization change. Why? Because the business analyst would tell the organization when to change and how to change and what to change. You would agree with me that it's not everything that happens in the environment that we need to respond to as an organization, right? We need to respond to changes in the environment that would make either business sense or sense based on business continuity. There are sometimes where if we don't respond to this change, we'll be left out of the market, we'll lose our market share, or we'll become obsolete in the things that we do. So we have to respond to change. But in every situation, in every opportunity to change, that change needs to have business sense. And that is one of the core responsibilities of a business analyst, to make sure that we manage how organization changes, right? Changes could be introduction of new technology or new products or new solutions to the organization. It could also be, modifying what we already have within our organization, basically reacting to factors in our environment to make sure that our business stays winning. So business analysis is used to identify and articulate the need for change in how organizations work, which is what we've been trying to explain, and then facilitate the change. So a business analyst will identify and define the solution that will work across all levels of an organization. Like I told you in my experience at my previous organization, Fidelity Bank, and how we tried to work with Nedbank in South Africa and MasterCard to come up with an MPOS application. I think I need to finish that story. The only hindrance we had was the regulation in Nigeria on payments, card payments, is that we have to use a chip and a PIN, right? So apart from the device, the payment device being able to read the chip, would have to authenticate with a PIN, which is something that gave a little bit of a setback, because if I have to touch the device to enter my PIN, I would have as well giving that person my card in the first place, because that contact is still happening. So we had issues around that, and we were not able to proceed. But yes, this was a viable solution that would have worked if the regulations around payment were different. All right, so business analysts, right, would be specialized in knowledge areas. Now, starting off as a business analyst, one would want to ask, do I have to know everything in a particular field or about an organization before I can work as a business analyst? Okay, maybe I don't know anything about tech. I just want to get into business analysis now. I have the competencies, I know the skills, I have the skills now, I know the techniques, but I don't know information technology at itself. Right? I have a degree in accounting, I have a degree in banking and finance, I have a degree in maybe sociology. And so how can I understand the business, right? So now remember that if you look back at the definition of a business analyst, it says that we seek to understand the policies and the organization, right? It means that as a business analyst, you are somebody who can learn very fast. You are a fast learner. All right, because part of doing your job as a business analyst involves learning. We're going to look at those competencies in a bit, but part of your job as a business analyst requires you to learn, and learn every day. Every project that I get on, I've worked on close to 200 projects, if not more. I lost count, already, because they're a lot of projects in our industry. Is a fast-moving industry, fast-paced, and we work on a lot of projects per time. You would not want to look at my work decks right now, my project management tool, because you'd think there are 20 persons working on one person's job. That's why when Femina asked, I said my week was busy. There are a whole lot of things going on, right? Yes, but I've worked on a lot of projects, and I discovered that in every project, I get to start to learn. Right? I get to start to learn because there may be peculiarities. All right. I've worked on a lot of credit processes, built a lot of credit solutions, built a lot of credit management solutions, but I'm building one right now, but I still had to go back to learn, because learning never ends. But by the time you speak to your stakeholders from a perspective of somebody who has an understanding of what the business does, they get to trust you better, trust the solutions that you're recommending better. The value of business analysis is in the realization of benefits, avoidance of cost, identification of new opportunities, understanding of required capabilities, and modeling the organization. So through the effective use of business analysis, we can ensure that organization realizes benefits, these benefits, and ultimately improving the way to do business. So all we are saying is that we are in business analysis to help businesses do business better. So whatever role that you play to help a business do business better, as and particularly if it involves communicating and liaising with a different stakeholder groups to come up with solutions that will help the business do business better, you have been doing business analysis. All right. So simply put, business analysis helps the businesses do business better. So let's look again at the profiles of a business analyst, right? We have a business analyst, IT business analyst, IT for information technology, then process analyst, enterprise analyst, we have functional analyst, business architect, systems analyst, and requirements engineer. One thing we always tell students is don't try to limit yourself. Some of these job roles, you may just see these job roles and you may think, oh, okay, this has nothing to do with business analysis. Look at the job description. The job description may just be giving something in a way to tell you, oh, what you are expected to do here is actually business analysis. All right, so now we want to look at what competencies are. So how do we define competence to be? So competence, according to the English language, is an ability to do a particular activity to a prescribed standard, right? So if you're able to do this certain activity to this standard, we call it a competence. So bringing it to business analysis now, what is a competence in business analysis? A competence in business analysis is the ability that is needed to perform a business analyst role effectively. So business analyst competence is an ability needed to perform the business analyst role effectively. So let me just ask, who can tell us? Can you mention one? Let's start with one. Can we mention one? Everybody just drop one competence. One competence you think is responsible for that a business analyst should have? One competence that you think a business analyst should have that would help them perform their jobs effectively? Just one competence in the chat, if you can drop that. Problem solving, Augustine, thank you. Fast learning ability, Anderson, that's apt. A presentation, project management. Okay, Ubong is saying my slide. Can we see my slide? My slide is on the competencies of a business analyst. If that's what you can see, please drop a 1. Let's see. Project management, additional, NOSA collaboration, fantastic. Can you see my current slide, please, where I'm talking about the competencies? It seems the network is lagging or something. Can someone else confirm? Okay, Augustine says yes, they can see my competence slide. All right, thank you. Additional communication, Face of Lagos, Ekemini, brainstorming skill, attention to details. Jabu says attention to details. Fantastic. All right, Daniels, thank you. So these are competencies. We didn't fall short of the competencies at all. We are all correct with those competencies. Let's look at the competencies needed by a business analyst to perform their role effectively. All right, so let's start small. Okay, we have quite a number of them, but let's start with these. They are broken down into 3 broad categories. One is the personal qualities. We have the business knowledge, and then the professional techniques. All right, under personal, we have techniques like communication and facilitation. Then we have under business knowledge, domain knowledge, and commercial awareness. But let's look at the broader picture of the business analyst competence. Please don't freak out. I know they look like a lot, but don't freak out. They are competencies that are, easy to learn, especially here at Analytics, because our trainings are very, very practical, and you can't pass through Analytics. Efemina said that you can't pass through Analytics without, having value for the time you have spent, from the live classes to the practicals and the projects, and then the internship that you get to do. You would have developed these competencies to the prescribed standard for a business analyst. So let's start with the personal qualities. Under the personal qualities, we have communication, relationship building, influencing. So influencing you may not be an influential person yourself, but you can identify how to use the power of influencing people, people who are influential to help you solve problems. Resilience, facilitation, analytical thinking skills, attention to details, problem solving, leadership, adaptable mindsets, political awareness, team working, and professionalism. These are personal qualities that you need to possess as a business analyst. Can you learn these? Very well, you can learn them. Can you learn them at analytics? Yes, you can, right? Because from our interactions to our projects to our classwork to the lessons that we take in class, they build you towards, they help you towards building these competencies. Then we have business knowledge. Under business knowledge, we have commercial awareness. I spoke a little about being able to understand how this project, this solution benefits your organization, right? So commercial awareness, business case development, you should be able to make a case for whatever project, whatever solution that you're bringing, because we want to increase profit, reduce cost, and just basically help the organization work efficiently. So we need to be able to defend whatever projects we bring to the board. The domain knowledge, like I said, you have to learn every time. For every project, you have something new to learn. So you have to be able to learn and have domain knowledge in business analysis, and then in also the area where you work, right? In the industry where you work. The subject matter expertise, digital technology. Digital technology is very important, right? Because digital technology is here to stay, and organizations are looking for technology that will help solve problems that human beings would naturally struggle to solve. Then organizational structure, you need to understand the organizational structure in the organization you're working or the organization you're contracted to work for, all right? Then supplier management, enterprise and related architectures. Professional techniques like stakeholder analysis and management, strategy analysis, investigation techniques, requirements engineering, business process modeling, data modeling, idea generation and visualization, gap analysis, benefits management, project management, and portfolio management. All of these techniques, all of these competencies are very important for a business analyst to learn, and we don't fall short of helping you understand this. Now, with the knowledge of the competencies that we have, can anybody tell me which one they think is the most important? Because in all of these competencies that we spoke about here, there's the one thing that keeps resounding, right? Whether directly or indirectly, we keep resounding the same thing throughout all of the competencies and the techniques that we talked about. So can somebody tell us, maybe in the chat, tell us which one you think is the most important and that has been featuring in all of the competencies that we've spoken about? Business, yeah, we're talking about business because that's the subject. So what's the competence now? Augustine said communication. Do we agree with Augustine? He said communication. All right, so communication is very spot on, because communication is what will help you, even learn the others. You need those things communicated to you in one way or the other. So how do you learn these competencies? You need trainings, just like we offer at Analytics. You need trainings, you need someone to guide you through, you need a mentor to take you through how to become a business analyst, right? Then personal study, industry engagement, and then work experience. So let me talk a little about work experience. So when I joined the digital transformation team at Fidelity Bank, I joined as a team member for payments and remittance squad, right? So what we did was to build a payments product. I worked as a product manager for a payments product at the time. Then that's when, that was in 2018/2019 when Japa was the order of the day, when it just started, even before the reign post-COVID. All right, so our business analyst resigned. She was going to Canada. And my boss said, we're not getting any other person on this team to add to them. You're going to do the job of the business analyst. I said, how? I've not done this before. He said, you have been doing it, you just don't know. Okay, take this. I started with documentation. All right. I enjoyed doing it. It was quite fun because I had to talk to a lot of people that I had not talked to before, senior staff in the organization, and it was fun to do. You know, I used to only see their emails and see them in meetings, but I got to talk to them now and discover the kind of people they are, how professional they are about the job that they do, you know, and the wealth of knowledge that he had, sharing it with me to help me build my product. You know, so it was awesome. Came up with the documentation, we built the product, we went live. I was happy, you know. So when at the product launch, my boss introduced me as the business analyst and the product manager of the product. I was happy. I was, you know, it made me feel some kind of way. So I was like, okay, no, you know what? I'm going to pursue this thing and I'm going to do better about it, right? So I kept going at it. It was from the work experience. I learned directly from my boss. Everything I knew at the time until we launched that product was what he told me to do. Right after that, I started doing personal study. I took a couple of trainings and started, you know, even speaking with, apart from the business analysts in my team, I didn't know any other business analyst. I started talking to other business analysts to, you know, share experience, tell me how they learned, how they were able to survive on their role and all of that. And before that time, before I came to the digital transformation team and joined the payments and remittance squad, I used to work in a branch as a funds transfer officer, you know, doing debits and credits, of course, in the branch. I just thought about it that this may not be sustainable. I need to move into tech. So I applied to join the digital transformation team after taking some courses online, you know, to help me move to that team. And while I was there, I kind of found my ground. I had to learn. I learned a lot of skill while I was there. We were in the lab and we had a lot of young people, you know, Gen Zs who were in the house doing beautiful stuff, data analytics, data science, machine learning, UI, UX design, cybersecurity. We had all of them in the building. So I had to learn a whole lot of those skills, you know, to complement the experience that I had doing business analysis. And it was a very good experience. So my part was coming through work experience. Yours could be training, it could be personal study, or it could be, you know, industry engagement, but you have to take action and take action now. All right, so we'd look at a case study on how to leverage past experience for a business analysis career. So we'll talk about my friend. I think I told us about mine briefly. Then let's talk about my friend, Zuri. So Zuri is a seasoned project manager with over 8 years of experience in construction industry. You see, it has nothing to do with tech. This is construction, okay? And because she saw that, okay, this guy, because I make a lot of noise on LinkedIn, I always write short notes to business analysts and I title them Dear Business Analysts, right? So I always make this noise on LinkedIn. Every now and then you see my post, Dear Business Analysts, do this, Dear Business Analysts, do that. And the noise became so much in her ear. She said, okay, all right, it's fine. I want to be a business analyst too, right? You're always writing to business analysts and I feel left out. So Zuri said she wanted to become a business analyst too, right? She didn't tell me about this. I didn't know my posts were intimidating her or encouraging her to become a business analyst. She didn't tell me. She decided to, you know, become a business analyst. So what did she do? We had, despite her experience in project management background, she lacked the experience in business analysis, but was eager to leverage her skills and knowledge to make a successful career switch. All right. So what happened? Zuri began her journey, right, by researching the key responsibilities of business analysts and identifying transferable skills from her project management role. So yourself, what you can do now is to look at the responsibilities of a business analyst and compare them side by side with what you currently do. It will help you. Now, you cannot, what she did was take a note of what is required as a business analyst and, you know, what the similarities in the responsibilities are. Okay, so she found that analytical abilities and stakeholder management, then focusing on delivering business value through product outcomes were similar roles, were similar requirements between business analysis and her job as a project manager in construction, right? Then what were her challenges? The challenges were to bridge the gap between what she knows in project management and then the specific competencies that are needed to become a business analyst. So we talked about those competencies earlier. So she needed to demonstrate how the ability she has to translate project requirements into actionable business solutions can also work in a business analysis environment. Then what did Zuri do? Zuri now assesses her current skills and identify areas where she needs to upskill or acquire knowledge relevant to business analysis. So she had something already, stakeholder collaboration, ensuring that the project delivers business value and all of that. Then what doesn't she have? She looked at within to do a gap analysis of what she has and what she doesn't have, right? So how does she bridge the gap? She started by doing online courses and attending workshops to deepen her understanding of business analysis frameworks and techniques. Although she was doing some kind of business analysis while she was doing her project management role in construction, right? But what was lacking was the business analysis framework, the understanding of business analysis framework, and then the techniques that are used in business analysis. Then networking and mentorship. Although she didn't come to me because she felt I was too proud of a business analyst because of my post, but she networked with professionals already established in the business analysis field. She sought mentorship from experienced business analysts who provide guidance on best practices and insight into the roles and nuances. So mentorship and networking is very important. You need to talk to somebody who has been there, done that, to help guide you, even on what to learn, because there's a whole lot of things to learn out there, right? But you need somebody who has been there and done that to guide you. That's why you need networking, you need mentorship. You have that network you need here at Analytics. We provide mentorship for you. Like Ifemena said when he was doing the introduction, that mentorship, you have it here and it will work for you, not just for the course they're learning, but to assist you, help you to get a job. You heard the testimonials from our past students that talked about how we do interview preps for them and just help them to answer interview questions and guide them to ace and interviews, land interviews, multiple interviews, and also get offers and land jobs. All right, so applying transferable skills. So Zuri had to visit her project management achievements and translate them into business analysis context. It is what we do at Analytics all the time, right? Would help you understand what you can translate, what you can carry from your previous experience into business analysis context, and tailor your CV to help you get a business analysis role. So for instance, she showcases her expertise in stakeholder management, engagement, and by demonstrating how she gathered and analyzed requirements to align project outcome with stakeholder needs, which is exactly what we do in business analysis, right? We're trying to please the stakeholders. So we need to gather these requirements, analyze them, and make sure that these requirements lead to a project outcome that satisfies our stakeholders' needs. Then hands-on experience. One of the ways you can also transition into business analysis is to get hands-on experience. Like in my case, okay, I wanted to move into tech. I wasn't sure it was business analysis when I was moving, but I knew I wanted to be part of the guys who build products that, the bank will sell and make noise all over the country about. So what I did was to look for a vacancy within the organization to join the team. I was even willing to do job shadowing, combining two roles at the same time, but I was, lucky enough to get an actual role in the organization to move to tech. So You can choose, like Zuri, she volunteered to do business analysis within her organization, and or take on freelance job projects to gain practical experience. You know, you can do that, or you can come to Tenalytics and get that hands-on experience with our internship program and all of the projects that we do during the training, right? These are ways for you to get hands-on experience. And then she also uses these opportunities to apply her theoretical knowledge, right? The things she had learned online and all of those things to real-world scenarios, refining her skills in requirement elicitation, data analysis, and solution assessment. Like I said, we'll teach you in class, we'll do practical hands-on. You will also do an internship with real-world scenarios, real-life problems, and build real-life scenarios, solutions for organizations. So what then became the outcome? After several months of dedicated learning and practical application, Zuri secures a business analyst role within a technology consulting firm. So during the interview, she efficiently communicates how project management background equipped her with the necessary skills to excel in business analysis. Then the employers recognize Zuri's ability to leverage her experience to deliver value-driven insights and contribute to strategic decision making. So once you have this experience, right? Once you have learned, and then you are able to translate your previous experience into business analysis, you build the competencies, you have the confidence, you know, by working on the real life project. You ace interviews. The reason is you are able to tie the previous experience, if it's 8, 10, 12 years experience you have in another field, to business analysis. And it looks like you have been doing business analysis this long because you've actually been doing business analysis this long. We have just helped to shapen your business analysis career and help you transition from whatever you were doing. If you're in a travel agency, we have helped you transition from being a travel agent, liaising with customers. You know, by being a travel agent, it means you have to talk to a lot of stakeholders, your customers, your airlines, accommodation, logistics. You have a lot of stakeholders to liaise with, right, to please your customers. So the outcome is the satisfaction of your customers who are also in your stakeholder group, right? So all of this experience are things that you would leverage to be able to kickstart your business analyst career, right? So it is also pertinent to know that your interview preparation and how you are able to tie your experience to business analysis would help the employer give you, and then also recognize that you have the competencies that it takes to be a business analyst. So what are the key takeaways from this case study? Understand the overlap between your current role and desired career path. So you're coming from a travel agency and you want to move into business analysis. Understand what is the overlap, right? Like I looked at stakeholder engagement and some sort of requirement elicitation, because you need to talk to your customers to know what exactly they require. For example, he wants to travel to an East African country or to East African country. He has 1 week, he has a budget of this, you know. So with this information, you're able to build them a travel trip, which is a solution, right? That is you practically doing business analysis. All right. Then you need to identify where these two roles overlap. Then invest in continuous learning and skill development. We cannot overemphasize this. Invest in continuous learning and skills development because they help you. They help the quality of delivery that you give as a business analyst. Then leverage networking and mentorship to gain industry insight. For that point 3, I'll just say come to Tenalytics. Then show practical experience through volunteer work or freelance projects. All right. Number 3 and number 4, come to Tenalytics. You'll be able to have that practical experience that you're looking for to kickstart your business analysis career. Then communicate effectively during job interviews by highlighting how past experiences translate into valuable skills for the new business analysis role, right? You need to be able to tell your employer exactly how your previous experience would help you function properly on this new business analyst role that you're taking on, right? So with these few points of mine, I'm sure that we are convinced that we can help you move into tech at Analytics. And if you have any questions, I'll be looking through to, answer them. Yeah, so if you have any questions, we're looking through to answer them. This is the end of my presentation. Femina, I don't know if you're there. We can take questions now.
I'm here like I never left. I was enjoying myself also. It seems like I want to go back into core business analysis and leave my
You're
data world
welcome.
alone.
You're welcome.
All right, awesome. It's good to see this. So please, guys, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to drop your questions in the chat. Okay, I would address them. But also, thank you very much for taking our time out of your business schedule to have this conversation with us today. I think the
Thank
next
you.
question that I'll be taking, the next couple of things are majorly around people's concerns. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. We can continue with the session for today. So the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to walk you through, an actionable step of you getting started as a business analyst. Okay, actionable steps. So, and necessary steps in order for you to secure a job as a business analyst. So one thing that I've, even from the conversation from today's session, that Tesla has done a great job is everybody is already doing business analysis. We already do it consciously, unconsciously. We are business analysts. The thing is just that you don't know that this thing I am doing is actually business analysis. That's like a major problem most people have. And that's literally why that's why we had a session today. How can you leverage your current experience or your past experience in transitioning into the role of a business analyst? So regardless of anywhere you are in the world, would help you achieve this. Now, we have the business analysis training program, the pathway for you to become a master business analyst. Okay. Now, moving on to what are the key things you need to learn in order for you to become a business analyst? What are those key pointers? What are those key things you need to learn in order for you to become a business analyst? Number one, you need to learn data analytics. Now, that might sound a bit cliche. Okay. That might be like, oh, I'm not, this is business analysis. And everybody says business analysis and data analytics are not the same thing. They are not the same role. Okay. They are worlds apart. Okay. But now, one thing that you need to understand is keeping in tune with recent trends within the ecosystem, the tech ecosystem. Now, majority of the recruiters that you're looking at, if you're looking to get into the business analysis space at this point in time, majority of the recruiters want you to have data analytics skills. So you see a lot of new roles coming up in the sense of business data analyst. So what they're essentially looking for is a business analyst that has data analytics skills, not the other way around. Okay, not data analyst that has business analyst skills, but a business analyst, someone that has business analysis skills and understands analytics. So you see, that's the reason why you're starting off with learning Excel, Power BI, and SQL. Okay, so you will learn data analytics like a data analyst. So you'll be able to use Excel, Power BI, and SQL for analysis, for reporting, and so on and so forth. So you'll understand. So this gives you more advantage in the job market. So if the recruiter is looking for someone that has data analytics skills and business analysis, you are right for the career path. Okay, if they're looking for just core business analysis, you would also be right for the role. So these are the things that we have put in place, okay, to ensure that you have the most robust curriculum. So when you're going into the job market, you're hitting the ground running, just like our president. Okay. So the next thing is Agile Essentials. Okay, and these are key frameworks that you need to learn, in order for you to deploy certain initiative for different organizations across the world. So Agile is one globally recognized framework methodology that is being used in order for you to work on projects, deploy projects, and so on. Next is software development life cycles. Now you see how we're transitioning from analytics to business. All right. Now, software development life cycle. Okay. How do you start and how do you end? The deployment, from the ideation to deployment. How do you move all right, and deploy the most sophisticated, the most robust application, software application for a particular organization. All right. Now moving on to the next thing. What is the next thing to learn after software development lifecycle? You talk about requirement fundamentals, elicitation, analysis, specification, and approval. So these are the steps we're taking. Can you see how we started from that beginner level? All right, and now we're transitioning gradually into the core business analysis aspects. Now, once you finish requirement fundamentals and all that, okay, you move into business analysis toolkit. Now, this is where you start to learn the technologies, okay, that would, or the project management tools and techniques that you use to track, understand, and also document, okay, certain business analysis tasks that you do on a day-to-day basis. So now this is where you start to learn the likes of Trello, the likes of Jira, all right, in order for you to properly work on your projects. Now, you have agile online project management tools for collaboration. And once you go through all these, you become a master business analyst. So you see, it's a very robust curriculum taking you through the nitty-gritty of what you need to learn in order for you to become a business analyst. All right. So starting from the bottom, okay. All right. I wanted to use a Drake reference just now, but anyways. Data analytics, you see how we started from data analytics, move to agile essentials, software development life cycles, requirement gathering, fundamentals, and all that. Business analysis toolkit, and we ended up with the agile online project collaboration. Okay, and after that, you're done. Okay, you become a master business analyst. Now, additional services or additional tool that you're going to also leverage is ChatGPT. Okay. Now, a lot of recruitment firms are looking at how they are leveraging AI. Okay. So it might not be a key feature in the requirements when you're applying for the job. All right. But we'll see that in order for you to succeed also within the tech space, AI is a tool that you need to get acquainted with, or you need to get accustomed, constant usage. So you're going to be learning ChatGPT. How can you leverage ChatGPT as a business analyst? These are things that you will be learning in the training program. So this training program is designed for beginners, people that are looking to start, transition into business analysis. That's exactly what we're going to be exploring. All right. So now moving on to what kind of roles can you apply to once you finish the business analysis training program? Okay. So a lot of people have the opinion that, once I finish business analysis, I become a business analyst. So they only look for jobs within that domain, that particular name, terminology, business analyst. So you are looking for a job tomorrow, business analyst. But there are so many opportunities that you can actually latch into after you've completed the training program. Number one is process analyst. Okay, process analyst, business architect, process improvement analyst, product reliability engineer, business process analyst, business systems analyst, IT business analyst, requirement gathering, change management. There's so many roles you can actually go into. So many terminologies, so many names. This is just a few of the names that you can actually leverage when you're going into the role of business analysis. Sorry. So those are the things that you need to understand, that after completing the training program, we still have business data analyst that is not part of the list. Okay. All right. You still have normal conventional business analyst roles, business data analyst, change management, and so on and so forth. So there are a ton of opportunities for you within the ecosystem, the business analysis ecosystem. So getting started now affords you opportunity to latch into these various opportunities, right, that you can actually get started in. And anyways, I'll still share some testimonials with you for you to see that these things are achievable. Now, I talked about the growth internship program, which comes with as an add-on to the training program. So you have the training program that's going to go through all the analytics, the business analysis, and all of that. Now, once you're done with that, what's the next thing? We're going to be doing an internship, and the internship, all right, is as immersive as it can be. Okay, in the sense that you're working on a real life project, a real life, business problem. Sorry, I have a cough, so I'm trying to. All right, so you're going to be working on a real life problem. In a sense, in this particular problem, it could be a web application. All right, an organization that is looking to automate certain things within the organization using a web-based application. All right. And in this project, you are going to be working with software developers, you're going to be working with Scrum Masters, you're going to be working with data analysts, data scientists, and you're going to be working with all these people in order for you to deploy this particular project. So you're getting that real-time, hands-on, business analysis experience that you can leverage in getting your dream job. All right. Now, your learning experience and your internship experience can be regarded as work experience. So you can actually tell potential recruiters that, oh, I currently work as a business analyst with Tenalytics. Oh, I currently work as a process analyst with Tenalytics. And these are the things that I do. All right. So you can claim work experience. And this is one major thing that has hindered a lot of people in transitioning. Let me explain this. Now, if currently you're working as an accountant, okay, or you're working as a customer service representative, and you're trying to break into business analysis. Now, if you're trying to look for reference, if you're trying to get a reference, okay, your current employer cannot give you a reference for business analysis. And this has been a major hindrance for so many people that are looking to transition. And that's why you see a lot of people looking for free internship here and there, so they can use that as a leverage. And this is what we are providing for free. This internship is free of charge. All right. So you're going through the practical experience. Okay. You're gaining the practical experience. You're learning first off. All right. You're going through the learning process. As you're learning, you're working on projects. Okay. So the training program comes with case study projects. Now, once you're done with that, you have a capstone project. Okay. And after that, you have an internship. Now you see that there's a ton of projects that you get to work on to give you that real life experience that you need in order for you to succeed in your in your career. And you see why a lot of people are getting jobs within the business analysis space, because you're getting that holistic view, hands-on practical experience on even before you get into the space, you know everything you need to understand in order for you to get the job that you're looking out for. So you can add this experience to your CV, tell potential recruiters, employers, now you work with Tenalytics, and these are the things that you do. All right. So you get that hands-on practical experience, you get project review with an expert like Tessel, all right, and these are the ways you build your repository of projects that you've worked on in order for you to get the job that you're looking out for. Now, the next thing is, why should you train with us? Why Tenalytics of all platforms? All right, I'll tell you why in a few seconds. Now, there are 4 things I'm going to talk about. Number 1 is phenomenal achievement. In the last 4 years, okay, we've helped over 2,000 people. So, earlier I showed you Benga that got a job, 4 offers, and was able to land one of his dream. All right. And also I showed you Abigail that was able to get a job with the government of Canada, government of Alberta in Canada, and she currently works as a business analyst. Okay. We have more. All right. We have more achievements like that. And I'm going to share them with you. Okay. Number 2 is industry standard facilitators and curriculum. Now, I'm going to start off with the curriculum in the sense that you'll notice that from we talking about the curriculum, you'll see we have infused recent technologies like AI and also analytics inside the business analysis training program. Now, what made us do this? Based off recent trends within the technology ecosystem. Now, majority of recruiters are looking for people that have analytical skills. What did we do? We infused that into the curriculum so that when you're eating the job market, you're going into the job market, you are getting that particular opportunity straight up. All right. So a lot of people are just going there to learn just business analysis alone. All right. It's not sufficient enough anymore. We've seen that a lot of these recruiters are looking for people that have analytical skills, and that has been embedded in the training program. And that's not all. All right. You still have hands-on projects, okay, infused in the curriculum. So you feel that you're getting the hands-on experience in order for you to land a dream job. Now, apart from that, you have industry standard facilitators, guys that have well over a decade experience doing business analysis, working with Fortune 500 organizations, working for and deploying it at scale. So these are the kind of people that you're going to be working with, people that have done it, been there, done that. Okay, you're going to be working with them in the class. All right, so it's a life-based class. All right, you also have blended training to accommodate different learning type. Don't you find that amazing? Different blended training. So we have live classes, and we also have what we call self-paced materials. So you have live classes, which is without a doubt, okay? And I'm just going to take you a second to show you what we mean by self-paced materials, okay? So we have Tenalytics, we have our own LMS where, we have our business analysis training program. Okay, and you can see all the videos here. So after your live classes, okay, and you want to work on more projects, you want to get your hands dirty with more projects, you want to get, more experience. The live classes Saturdays and Sunday, and after that, you still want to work on more projects because during the week, some people just want to do more things. Okay, and that's exactly what we use with the LMS, whereby you can work on more projects in business analysis, cutting from analytics to business analysis and so on and so forth. So the LMS is there is designed to ensure that you are consistently learning within that period of time you're with analytics. And guess what? You have lifetime access to the materials. So that's why we say blended training curriculum in the sense that you have live classes. You have your live classes where that is fully recorded. I'm going to use the next 2 seconds to show you the live classes. All right. So you have the live classes that is fully recorded. So every live class is recorded and you have full-time access to those classes. So take, for example, these are the guys that started in the month of April. So you see here 2404. They started in the month of April. I'm going to just show you their classroom to show you all the recorded sessions they've had so far. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning so you see exactly what I'm talking about. So you see the FX Excel class, you see Excel class 1, which is the first you're going to learn. You're going to start with analytics, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so you see the class slides, you have the class materials, you have class recording. So you see this here, click on the link and it takes you to the live recording of the session. All right, it takes you to the live recording of the session. This is recorded and you see here almost a 4-hour session. Okay, so move on from there, class 2, class recording. Every class is recorded. So meaning even if you miss something in class, you can always revisit it as many times as possible. So this is live, and you have lifetime access to these materials, the videos, and all that. So in terms of constant engagement, in terms of constant practice and all that, you are going to consistently you have enough materials for you to work with, and also projects. These are all project-based classes, okay? So you see, if I go to class material and I show you the case, you see they are all case study based. So you're not learning just theoretical, you're learning case studies, you're learning by real life case studies. So even looking at the Stride style, okay, Stride footwear is a leading manufacturer specializing in footwear, offering a wide range of trending and high quality shoes for men, women, and so on and so forth. So basically, all right, you're using Excel to carry out the analysis for this particular business. Let's see the business problem, because it's usually a business problem you're trying to solve with a case study. All right. The business analysis team has been assigned the responsibility of reviewing the company's processes and identify bottlenecks. This is literally their second class in Excel, in Microsoft Excel. Okay. However, to enhance efficiency, valuable insights from the current operations, the operations are essentials, which can be obtained through the analysis of sales data. So they need to analyze their sales data in order for them to provide some form of improvement recommendations to the business itself. So these are the things that you will be learning. Real-time case studies that you can use to build the skills that you have in analytics and also in business analysis. So moving on from there, you see the case study. They have a case study presentation. Also, the session is recorded, okay? And you can view the recording of the session on the call, okay? So you see participants that started in just about 2 weeks, okay? You see them doing their presentation, okay? And the things that they did with the analysis, okay? So these are the kind of things that you will get to work on, okay? These are participants' dashboard just 2 weeks into the training program. So this guy started on the, let's see. So their first class was on the 5th of April. And you see they had a case study presentation on the 15th, just about 10 days, just about 2 weeks. Okay. And they're able to do that extensively. They're able to build projects in Excel. They're able to use analytics to solve business problem within 10 days of starting a training program. Okay. Moving on to Power BI, this session is recorded. Every single session is recorded. So with the live classes, recorded session, also with the LMS, which you have access to additional level of projects, okay? Hence the reason why we call it the blended training delivery. So regardless of if you're a fast learner, you're a slow learner, you are fine, okay? So you're a fast learner in the sense that you see and it sticks to you. You're a slow learner in the sense that you want to watch it a couple of times before you get a win of it. Fine, fantastic. You're in the right place. So we have all that embedded to ensure that you are getting the most out of the training program. Now, the next thing is tailored session to ensure you get the job. Okay. Now, what are these tailored session? I'm going to explain to you in a few seconds. Okay. The other tailored session that you're going to be talking about is divided into 3 levels. I'm going to start with the first two levels. All right. Now, level 1 is CV review. Okay, we'll help you revamp your CV. So you have some other kind of experience. We're going to help you revamp your CV to get you the experience that you need. So you don't have experience, you have experience, would help you adjust your CV to ensure that you look like a desirable candidate whenever you apply for a job. So how are we going to do this? This comes with experience. This comes with using tools, and different techniques to ensure that you pass the ATS. ATS stands for Applicants Tracking Software. Okay, that allows you, that sieves out, sometimes you apply for a job and immediately you apply for the job, you get an instant rejection email. That's ATS. Okay. Sometimes you apply for the job and immediately you apply less than a minute, you're getting like an instant rejection email. That is ATS. That's the applicant tracking software we're talking about. So basically, this thing looks for keywords, certain keywords. Now, how do you identify these keywords and put them on your CV? That's exactly what we're going to do for you in the CV revamp and review sessions. LinkedIn optimization basically works like Google, like search engine optimization. So if today a recruiter is looking for a business analyst in Nigeria, in Ghana, in the US, in Jamaica, all right, would your profile appear? Depending on your region anyways, would your profile appear? Okay, that's exactly what LinkedIn optimization works for. In the sense that, so if today you are going through the training program with Tenalytics, all right, recruiters should be able to spot you. Okay, the more they spot you, the more offers you're likely going to get, the more calls you're going to get from recruiters. The more calls you're going to get, the more likely you're going to get a job. And these are the things that we have mastered over time. From CV review to LinkedIn optimization, these are things that we have mastered to ensure that you are consistently in the face of recruiters and employers to get you the opportunity you're looking out for. Now, number 3 is Upwork optimization for people that want to do freelance projects. Okay, so you want to work on an Excel project, you want to work on a Power BI project, you want to work on an SQL project, and you want to earn in dollars. Short, 2 months, 2 months, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes 1 week, and you're earning as much as $500 to $600 for each of these projects. Very feasible. All right. So these are the things that we'll teach you. Upwork is majorly for freelancers. Okay. Navigating the job market is an essential skill set for people that are looking to transition. Now, we talked about the different roles you could apply to. Okay. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people feel like they finish business analysis, they need to apply for business analyst jobs. That's what they think. But there are a ton of other jobs you can actually apply to. You can apply for business data analyst. You can apply for systems analyst. You can apply for process analyst. And there are quite a number of jobs you can apply to. Now, the other thing is, if I'm looking for remote jobs, how can I get a remote job? If I ask you that question, how would you know? Okay, as a beginner, somebody has never done this before. And these are the areas of mentorship in which we succeed at sufficiently. Okay, so for remote job, for example, I'm just going to bring up my browser back again. And I'm going to show you real quick, just one of the top places I use personally. And that particular place is called Built-in. Okay, Built-in. So Built-in is a startup website, well, it's majorly for startups in the US, okay? So all you need to do is search for the job that you're looking for. Let's just say I'm looking for a business analyst role, okay? All right. I'm going to take out the US. It's majorly just US. So I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm going to focus majorly on remote jobs, okay? So these are remote jobs in the US. I'm going to click on apply and see jobs. So this is going to show me business analyst roles that currently recruiting at the moment. So you see this business analyst customer impact, this was 2 days ago. SL sales business analyst, that's another, that's HRIS analyst, and so on and so forth. So there are quite a number of analyst roles that you can actually take on. All right. So you have IT business analyst that you can take on. You have process analyst that you can look at. You have business data analyst. Okay. All right. These are roles that you can actually get into, all right? And they are all fully remote, okay? Another wonderful place for you to check is Flex Jobs, okay? So you see, FlexJob is another very great place for you to find remote jobs in the US. And not for FlexJob, it's actually across the world. So you can actually get jobs in the Philippines, in Europe, in literally North America, literally across the world. All right. So you can search and you'll see it there. All right. Awesome companies hiring for remote jobs. And you see it here, the #1 site for remote jobs. So these are places you can actually go to. There are more. This is just a few of them. This is just literally just the fewest of them. All right. So these are the things I would show you how to navigate the job market. Where can I apply for jobs? Where can I get sponsored jobs? If you're in the UK, you're looking to get, some kind of sponsored job to keep you in the country, we do that. Okay. In terms of Canada, you're looking for a job. US, you're looking for a job. We have ways in which we navigate the job market, and those are the things that would help you achieve. Now, job and interview preparation, very simple. If you have a good CV, you have a good LinkedIn profile, you're likely going to get a lot of calls from recruiters. I can guarantee you that. Okay? You have a good CV, it means that when you apply for a job, ATS is not sending you, a rejection email. All right? You're getting to the front of recruiters. It means that you have more face time. Your CV has more face time with recruiters. You're likely going to get a call or several calls from recruiters. Now, when you get this call from recruiters, how do you sell yourself during the interview process? Okay. How do you get the job is the main question. Now, that's exactly what we do for you during the job and interview preparation session. So we help you prepare you for those interviews. Okay. So we prepare you for the interviews. We have mock interview sessions where we come up with questions, okay, based on the JD that you apply to. All right. We come up with, mentorships. We come up with questions that will get you, practicing before the interview itself. So basically, we provide you with all the support that you need in order for you to get the job. Okay. Now, #6 is recommendation letter. So I explained this earlier. Majority of the people that are looking to get in the job need recommendation. Hence the reason why they're looking for free internship here and there. Okay, in order for them to get the recommendation. So you going through analytics, you don't need that anymore. You can get recommendation from us. Okay. So rather than going to your current employer to seek, recommendation letter in which they might not provide for you because you're not working as a business analyst. Okay, so that's exactly what we would provide for you. We'll provide that since you've gone through our training curriculum, you've worked on projects that we've assigned to you, you've worked on the internship projects and all that, you will get the recommendation letter. Now, also, we have weekly mentorship sessions, okay, where we bring experts, domain experts to come and speak to you. So people that ideally you might not be able to reach out to one-on-one, we'll bring them on board for you to have that conversation with them. And you go ahead to, build that rapport with them. Now, number 8, you have there is on-the-job support. So you get a job today and you feel intimidated, okay? And some people feel like they could, there are some jobs that you feel like you cannot get. And when you get it, you feel intimidated. Take, for example, one of our previous participants got a job with one of the top consulting firms in Canada, yeah, okay? One of the big 4 consulting firms, working as an IT business analyst. And guess what? Obviously, because of the big 4 title, because of the role, because of the organization, they felt very intimidated. Okay. And guess what? Okay. He needed that on-the-job support just to, that boost to say that, okay, I need training wheels, just like a child that wants to learn bicycle. They need training wheels to get themselves accustomed to the way they balance, how they work and all that. And essentially, that's what we do for you. So you see, you are actually not losing at any end, like literally at any end. So from your starting of the program to the end, to even after you finish the training program, even after on the job support, we still provide you with as much support. And that goes back to telling you about our mission, which is to get more Africans into the tech space. First of all, we need to get you interested, and we also need to get you into the tech space. Is it achievable? It is very achievable. And I'm going to talk about that in the next few seconds. So the last thing that we guarantee is interviews, okay? All right? Interviews. We guarantee you several interviews upon completing the training program. All right? Now, moving on to the next part is, it always seems impossible until somebody else goes ahead to finish up, to do it, complete it, okay, and gets the job. then people will start like, okay, if this person can do it, then I can do it. Now, let me tell you about some other new, these are different set of people again, not Benga, not, not Abigail. This is another set of people that have gone on to get their dream job within business analysis. Okay. Now take a look at Ramat. I think Ramat's testimonial is very, very interesting. Okay. No prior experience. I was able to get a job as a business analyst. Okay. Tammy Vaughn also got a job as a business analyst. You can listen to the links are there for you to listen to them. I'm just going to take Ramat just because I think we've taken a guy earlier.
Hi, good day. My name.
Give me a second. I think I'm not sure. Let me be sure I'm sharing my audio so that you can listen to Ramat. Okay. Okay. Yes, I'm sharing my audio. All right. So I'm going to play Ramat's video. So please just take
is
it.
Ramat, and if you're stumbling on this, trust me, you've landed in the right place, because I'm going to be briefly sharing my experience with you about my journey with Tenalytics and how I was able to get a job within 3 months of joining the cohort. I joined them and enrolled for the course. Tenalytics has well-seasoned facilitators who are experts in the field. Imagine not having any experience beforehand as a business analyst and finishing with Tenalytics as a pro. Personally, I also got interview preparation sessions that helped me prepare well for my interviews, and this enabled me ace my interview. So if you're looking to transition or you're having any doubt, trust me, you shouldn't, because Tenalytics is really amazing and you should consider enrolling.
Fantastic. See, that's exactly what we're trying to tell you. So you're very, like, the links are there. Materials are going to be sent to you. Please take out time to listen to these people. These are people with no experience in business analysis are going on to become business analysts. The key difference between these guys and yourself at the moment is the fact that they took that decision to start. All right. You see, that start is the most difficult aspect. Getting the job is not difficult. Trust me. You starting, you saying that I want to do this is actually the main work. So every single one of them attended the masterclass just the same way you are attending it at the moment. But the key difference is that they started. All right. So we have a course starting next month, okay, on the 8th of June. So just a couple of weeks away. So if you're looking to getting started and becoming a business analyst, this is the best time for you to get started. Now, the good thing is we are currently running an early bird discount, 20% off the normal fees, okay? 20% off. So you have, the business analysis normally should be going for £750, $750, but now it's going for a discounted, a whooping, less of $150. So now you can pay $600 to get started. So depending on wherever you are in the world, okay, the currency is currently on the screen, and you can see that. So currently the discount amount is $600, £500 if you're in the UK or anywhere in Europe. For you guys in Europe also, we have 580 euros, and in Canadian dollars, 900 Canadian dollars, and in Naira, that's 720,000 Naira. That's the discounted amount, okay? Now, based on the discounted amount, you are allowed to pay in installments, okay? You're allowed to pay in installments. So the first installment is what gets you registered for the training program. Now, if you wait till the end of the training program and you say, okay, do you know what, I don't mind paying the full amount, you will need to pay that in full, okay? And that's why we call it full amount, okay? Now, for the discounted amount, you have the leverage of paying in 2 installments. So first installment and second installment. The first installment is what gets you registered for the training program, and the second installment is paid 1 month into the training program to make it as flexible as possible for you to get started. So all you need today to secure your position is to pay the first amount, all right, the first installment. So if you're in Nigeria, that's 500,000. If you're in Europe or if Germany, France, that's 400 euros. If you're in the UK, that's £350. If you're in the US, that's $400 US. And if you're in Canada, that's $600 Canadian dollars. So these are the different amounts, discounted amount that you need to pay in order for you to get started. Now, in terms of the fees, in terms of how to make payments, it's very simple. I'm just going to show you how to make payment. So my colleagues on the call would have sent this link to the chat. They've sent it to the chat. So all you need to do is click on the link. All you need to do is click on the link. So you have the mainstack.me pay.me/enroll Tenalytics. So once you click on the link, all right, it's going to take you to a web-based, it's going to take you to your browser, and then you can use that to make payments, okay? So once you scroll down, okay, you scroll down, you would see either if you want to make a direct transfer. So if you want to pay directly, so we have the pound account there for you to make pounds, transfers to the pound account, or the USD, if it is USD, if it is CAD, that's Canadian dollars. If it's euros or if it is in naira, you could always make payments using the account details provided. Okay. Now, moving on to the next thing. If you want to use your card to make payments, all right, feel free to use your card. Okay. You have business analysis here. All you need to do is just scroll down to card/online payments. You'll see business analysis. Click on business analysis, and that's it. It will direct you to the page for you to make a payment. Okay. So currently you see it's $500, £500. Okay. That's in pounds. So all you need to pay, if you're paying in pounds, it's 350. All you need to pay is 350 pounds. So what we're going to do now, rather than paying £500, which is the full fee, you can secure your discount with 350 pounds. Okay. So you can always edit the price in the main stack file, the main stack payment platform. So all you need to pay for the first payment, this is the amount you need to pay for the first payment. So you have $350, 350 pounds. So if you're in the UK, if you're in Canada, $600, if you're in US, $400, you're in euros, it's 400 euros, and in naira, that's 500,000 naira. So once you put in the amount, all you need to do is click on proceed to pay, make your payment, and get started today. Okay. Once you put in your information, your full name, email, and so on, everything is registered, and then you can make your payment. Okay. So that's if you want to pay with your card. If you want to do a direct transfer, please don't hesitate to do the direct transfer. Now, once you've made your payments to secure your position, all you need to do is upload your receipts. Okay, so take a screenshot of the transaction and upload your receipts over here. Okay, upload your receipt over here. So click here to upload your receipts, and you would see the Google form, okay, for you to put in your details, register. So there's a part for you to secure your, to upload your receipts. So upload your receipts and go ahead with your day. So the payment process is very simple in the sense that you can make a direct transfer if you want to. And if you want to pay with your card online, you could also do the same thing. All right. So once you've made your payment, all you need to do is upload your receipt over here. So it's as simple as that. Okay. The same platform. Okay. So we use MainStack. Okay. So you see it here, mainstack.me/enroll Tenalytics. So you see the Tenalytics Enrollment Center. Get access to all the program brochures are there, and you see upload your receipt, direct transfer, and card/online payment. Click on business analysis. Going to take you to the page for you to make payments, and that's basically it. All right. So that's basically it. Yes, we do have direct transfer in Naira. Okay, we do have the direct transfer in Naira. If you need information, we'll provide you with the information. All right, just give me a second. I'm going to get the information for you. Okay. All right. So if you have any question, please, use the next couple of minutes to take questions. Okay, while we get the information. Okay. So any question, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay. What is the time frame for paying the second installment? Okay. Nelson, Ubong has answered the question, a month. So once you make the payment for the first installment, the second installment comes a month after. So you have a month, of freedom for you to get the balance and all that. Okay. So the first payment is what secures your position in the class. Second installment comes after. Okay, 1 month after. Okay. So those are the things that benefit of you latching onto the opportunity now, getting the discount, and you getting started as soon as possible. Now, you could always obviously pay for, more training. If you don't want to start in June, you can start in July. It doesn't matter. We have a training program starting in July. The key thing is to take advantage of the discount. That's the key thing, taking advantage of the discount. Okay. All right. I did. Okay. So that's the main thing that you need to understand. Okay. So all you need to do today, first payment, and you get access to a whole lot of things. Okay. Case studies and so on in order for you to get started. So I'm going to paste the, so additional, you're asking for the Naira details. I'm going to send it to you right away. So you have that in there. Okay. All right. So if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask your questions. I'm happy to take your questions, your concerns. I've already showed you the platform. So once you register, you get access to both platforms. You get access to the LMS, okay, where you have, self-paced materials and case studies and so on and so forth. Okay, where you have access to them, lifetime access to them. Okay, and you also have the Google Classroom where your live recorded sessions are stored. Okay, those live recorded sessions are stored on other materials. Okay, so you see, you're going to learn Excel, you're going to learn Power BI. Let's take a look at the Power BI. And you see, everything is case study driven. Okay, so you're not going to be learning it in isolation of real life perspective. So some people are learning Power BI today. I really don't know how it is being used within the industry. So how do you use this as a business analyst? How will Power BI be used as a business analyst? Now you see the case studies also cut across different industries. So it's not just, sales, okay? It's not just, within a particular e-commerce, case study spectrum. Now this cuts across different. So you see this now, Cross Credit is a leading credit card issuer operating in a highly competitive market. So this is a credit card, this is financial services also. Problem statement is Cross Credit is at a pivotal juncture, okay, seeking to optimize its credit offerings. To achieve this with maximum efficiency, it must gain insight into customer behavior and credit utilization patterns. So how do you do this as a business analyst? How do you identify this using data analytics? Okay, now these are the things that you would learn, okay, real time. Now this is one of the classes for Power BI. Let's look at the other class, okay? And that's the same thing for every other course, for every other program that you run. Everything is project driven, case study driven. Okay, so you see this one, electronics. So electronics is a well-established company in the electronic industry. So now these are case studies, real life case studies, okay, real life events that has been translated into learning materials for you for the purpose of learning. So all the way you see it here, or all the way to, SQL. Let's take a look at one of the SQL classes. You see the class recording and you have everything there. Class slides and materials. Let's take a look at this. You see, everything is case study driven. Everything is, you see this particular, what is database, what is SQL, the business scenario. So see, this is Tech Gear Inc. Operates in multiple locations and deals with diverse range of electronic products. So you see, these are the things, real life case studies. How did you leverage all the skills that you've learned today? And you see another case study. So two case studies in SQL, and it gives you a wider perspective of what SQL is all about. Okay. And that's the same thing you take into your business analysis classes and get that real-time experience. So you're having you have this. So once you make payment today, you would have access to the LMS, and you would also have access to your live sessions and live materials, and teachers and so on and so forth. So when you're talking about immersive learning experience, you're going to be getting a lot of experience in terms of learning when you go through the training program. So the key thing is starting here. Seems I missed something. What's the duration of the training program? So the training program is for 4 months. So you have 2 months of learning, 2 months of live classes, okay, and you have 2 months virtual internship. So it's for 4 months, 4 months immersive sessions, all right, practical hands-on sessions to get you started in business analysis. Okay, so the access to LMS is for life, is a lifetime access. So you have lifetime access. So once you get access, you have lifetime access. And the good thing is we are all constantly updated. We are constantly updating the materials, the case studies. So if you take a look at, if I show you now, let me just a few seconds to do that. All right. So every material that you see there is recently updated. They are always updated. So every time a new thing comes in, okay, the likes of Power BI, where you have Microsoft Fabrics and all that, these are being updated on a constant basis. So even if you leave, even if you complete the training program today or next week, and something comes up next month, okay, you can be assured that that particular new feature would have been covered in the materials, and you still have lifetime access to it. You're not paying anything else for it. Okay. So you have lifetime access to the LMS. You also have lifetime access to the live classes. So these are the things that we are putting to the still are benefits that you're getting that you won't get any other place. And the key thing drives back to our vision and our mission, which is to get more Africans into the tech space. Okay, so if you're looking to get started, guys, this is the best platform to be on. Not because I am 10 Analytics, okay? But the key thing is the support that you need, the mentorship that you need is basically here for you to get you started, okay? So if you're excited about this opportunity, guys, you have no other choice than to start. And I'm gonna call it a day because I just want to be here for another 2 hours. I just wanted to be here for 2 hours. All right. The key thing is to register. Get started today. All right. Secure your position. Get started. Those are the key things that you need to do. The discount is only for the first 20 people to register. It's only available for the first 20 people to register. Okay. Now, it always isn't possible until it gets done, and we have a ton of testimonials. Like I mentioned earlier, okay, there are over 2,000 people that would have helped to secure their job within the tech space. Literally, not just Nigerians, like Africans, literally anywhere in the world. Africans in Kenya, Africans in the US, Africans in the UK, Africans in Canada, Africans in Poland, Africans in Norway, literally across the world. Okay, these guys are getting your jobs anywhere. Okay, we have even people that have even gotten the job of CEO. All right, so Ini also got a job as a CEO of one of the tech growth companies in Nigeria. All right, and these are the kind of opportunity that you ideally don't think exist until you learn and you see that people in the tech space are actually doing well for themselves. Okay, so the key thing is starting. So we have people working with Fortune 500 organization. This is the testimonial Ini sent to us. Okay, and you see, there's a key part I would like to highlight just for you to see that the key thing is starting most time. That's where a lot of people find it challenging. So you see, Chair, you said I owe 10 Analytics big time. Let me also say that from January 2nd, 2024 and February, just get out of the way. Let me also say that from January 2nd, 2024 and February 2nd, 2024, which is this year, I have attended more interviews than I have in my entire career life put together. This is where experience comes in. A lot of people will tell you there are no jobs, there are no this, you can't get a job, it's tough out there, blah, blah, blah. But people are getting jobs. How are these people doing it? How are these people navigating? All right. The workspace itself. You're in the US, you're in the UK, you're in Canada, people are getting jobs. The key thing is, what do you need to learn to get this opportunity? All right. Toyin got a job, Bigger got a job, Benny got a job, we have Tosin there getting a job also. And these are all Africans literally scattered across the world that are getting jobs in different countries of the world. Okay. The key thing is starting. These guys have started and they're able to achieve this. Okay. And the good thing is we have the links to their videos in there. So you see the links, click here to listen to them. Go there. When you get the material, listen to these people, and you see that they are able to achieve these things. All right. And if you get started today, you would see that you will also be able to achieve this. You can see this Mojistola got a job as a business analyst in the UK. All right. Hello, Adisa. Good evening. I finally got an offer from the job and I start next week. I want to say big thanks to you for everything. I sincerely appreciate. You see that everybody is saying the same thing. Everybody offers. More testimonials. When we say we have over 2,000, it's not a joke, okay? We do have over 2,000 people that have actually gotten jobs. We have a ton of them scattered across the world. All right. So I'm going to close by saying this here. All right. The key difference between you and these people that have gotten jobs is the fact that they started. All right. If they did not start, they would never guess that they will be able to achieve what they've achieved today. Okay. So if you have friends, you have families that are currently looking to changing their career, please recommend. It's a simple recommendation. Funny thing is, Abigail, I talked about Abigail. Abigail, let me see if I can quickly get a picture. Okay, one of the ladies I talked about earlier. Okay, yes, this is Abigail. So you see Abigail, yeah? Abigail was actually recommended. So if a friend of ours, okay, said, "Oh, I attended the master class, okay, and oh, I think this will be very important to you." All right. I know we talked about transitioning and all that because they are both in the care space, okay. And the other friend did not register. She registered immediately. She went through the recording of the session, right? She registered immediately. And in just, I think, was ridiculously 3 months. I think she started in sometimes around September, and like in December, she had gotten the job. Okay, and when she was relocating, I know I was on the call with Adeta when she called, right? That she's relocating and she's excited about the opportunity that she got. Okay, those are the kind of thing. So somebody recommended her. She took action. The friend did not take action. The friend is still, I don't know where the friend is at the moment. Okay. But she currently works as a business analyst with the government of Alberta here in Canada. Okay. So those are the kind of opportunity you get. So if today you're not even ready, you can recommend a friend of yours that can actually benefit from the training program. Trust me, when the person gets a job, maybe then you might actually feel the need to say, okay, let me try them. Okay. Let me try these people. All right. So let me reiterate myself. Yeah. If you're looking to get this started next month, okay, June or July, you can actually pay the discounted amounts now and you're free to pay in installments. Okay. The discount is only available for the first 20 people. So if you want to latch onto that discount, please do that ASAP. Not ASAP. Okay. ASAP. All right, guys. Anyway, thank you very much. And I had a wonderful time today. You also did a great job demystifying the myths that you find in the tech space. Okay, so iPhone, you have a question real quick. Please, when next will one-on-one consultation be held? I missed the one of Tuesday because I couldn't get a slot on time due to the bad network. Please, okay, you asked the question twice. Okay. iPhone, the session is we're going to be having another one next week. But if you want something, I'm just going to send you my email. Okay. So you could always, okay, do you know what? Let me just send you Elijah's email. So he will book you in one of our sessions. Okay. So Elijah at 10analytics.io, 10analytics. All right. So Elijah at 10analytics.org. Okay. You can send an email to Elijah and Elijah will book you for a one-on-one session. Is that okay? So just give me a thumbs up if that's okay. iPhone, I don't know your name. So you okay. What are the working tools do we need to start, e.g. laptop? So you just need the basic, you don't need much to get started. Just a laptop is okay. All right. A regular laptop is okay. All right. You're not going to be running anything. You're not going to be running any heavy software. Okay. So any laptop is okay. Any laptop that works, as long as it's not a television. You know what a television is. So if you remove the charger, it goes off. Maybe not that kind of laptop. Okay. Just a working laptop. Okay. I think that's pretty much okay. If you even have a television, okay, and there's constant lights, you're fine. Okay. So, oh, my name is Joy. Joy, it's good to hear from you anyway. So please, Joy, send Elijah an email. Okay, I don't know. Send Elijah an email, request for the what do call it? Request for the one-on-one session. Okay, sorry, I'm sending you the okay, sorry, I can't copy and paste, unfortunately. But just get the email, okay? And yeah, take it from there. Okay, send an email asking for the one-on-one session, and you're good to go. All right. So thank you very much, guys. This is where we're going to draw the curtains today. I said I was going to keep it to 2 hours, so I think I tried. Okay. iPhone, do you want to just unmute yourself so that we can just ask a question? Okay. Okay. Let me just. I'll send you my email. Don't worry. I think it's not bad. I usually refrain from that most times just because of many analytics.org. Okay. If you may now at analytics.org. please, you can send me an email too. So that's my email there, Joy. You can send me an email. I'll be happy to respond to you also. All right. So, guys, I had a wonderful time, and I won't believe you also had a wonderful time in today's session. Okay. So, I'll be looking forward to seeing you all in the main training program. Okay. So, take our time. Once you get the recording of the session, if you have any other further questions, please don't hesitate to ask us questions. Okay. So, thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening. Bye for now, everyone, and see you in the main class. And thanks again. Thanks for taking our time to do this with us. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful evening and see you in the main class.